Yes.
Okay, can we do Tinkerbell and the Legend of the NeverBeast?
What?
Tinkerbell and the Legend of the NeverBeast. Okay, so you will remember, you'll cast your mind back over the last few years. I have reviewed a number of Tinkerbell movies, and I've always said these are clearly they're made for the home view.
And you get into a lot of trouble because people love them.
Yes. Well, partly. Okay, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of movies made by Disney Toon Studios, the Tinkerbell series, and they are clearly made for the home viewing market. I mean, they actually are made for the home viewing market, but actually in places like Europe, they get theatrically released. And I was always saying, why are they being theatrically released? They're made for the home viewing market. And so this is the 6th, although there's a funny little widgety spin-off in the middle, but this is the 6th feature-length Tinkerbell film, Tinkerbell and the Legend of the NeverBeast. They're in Pixie Hollow, and
is that near Mordor?
It is near Mordor.
That would be great.
You go to the Lonely Mountain, turn left, round Mordor, up there, and that's Pixie Hollow.
That's where the pixies
and
are.
there's
okay.
Tink and Fawn, who is her friend who loves animals, and Fawn keeps bringing back dangerous animals back into Pixie Hollow, which is very dangerous. And then a comet goes by and wakes up the NeverBeast, and of course Fawn meets the NeverBeast and brings it home to Pixie Hollow. Wouldn't you know? Here's a clip.
First, thank you guys so much for meeting me here. I'm sure you're wondering what this is about.
Whatever it is, it better be good. I was mid-exfoliation. Mid-exfoliation!
So, as you know, I really learned my lesson about being smarter when it comes to dangerous animals.
We know, honey, you are great.
Yeah, you're doing really good.
However...
And here we go.
Fawn?
Ladies, say hello to Gruff.
Hi, Gruff. What is that?
I actually don't know. I've never seen any animal like him before.
Now, we had a number of emails, as you quite rightly remembered. I mean, it's amazing. You forget the interesting things I say, but you never forget the emails that write in telling me I'm wrong. From people saying, look, you were being really down on these movies, and what's the problem with them? I took my very young child to see them, and it was a gateway drug for cinema. You know, it was a way of getting them into the cinema, and they really enjoyed it and had a fabulous experience. And both of those movies, it didn't matter that we had those emails. I mean, I'm glad that people were going to the cinema, and I was glad that people were having a positive experience, but I didn't like them at all. I have to say, I kind of thought that Tinkerbell and the Legend of the NeverBeast was a step in the right direction.
You old softy.
Yeah, and so there were things about it that won me over. Firstly, it did have some sort of proper spectacle, so you felt it was worth watching in a cinema. There's this whole thing with glaring skies when the NeverBeast comes out. It's because there's a storm brewing, which has partly been sort of brought about by the comet, and everybody thinks that the NeverBeast is going to do something which is going to be very bad for Pixie Hollow, but Fawn thinks that that's not the case. And there's swirling visuals, and I kind of thought, oh, you know what? I'm starting to see this, and I was thinking about those emails that we had from people saying, my kids have really, really enjoyed these, and you just bring down. I kept saying, yeah, but they're and this one, of course, like all the other ones, is made for the straight to home viewing market. And then I saw a thing online that said, these have done very well, and blah 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 blah. And just when I'm getting the hang of it, turns out it looks like they've cancelled the series, and the 7th movie has been cancelled due to story problems. So finally, it took me 6 movies to get round to the idea that Tinkerbell series might actually not be terrible. At around the time that they've decided to stop.
And they're stopping because of story problems. I thought...
They said, yeah, I know, but I think story problems... But that's
how can you have a story problem with Tinkerbell?
But
just make more stuff up.
But isn't that like bands splitting up because of musical differances?
Well, I know you could just make...
I think it's to do with dwindling financial returns. I'm imagining that's the case. I'm imagining that's the case. The official reason was the 7th one got cancelled because of story problems. To which the answer will be that didn't stop you doing the 3rd and 4th.